Well, my name is Lungile Zaphi,
Yeah.
born and bred in Soweto. I'm a girl from Mufula North.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I've always been working in the arts.
Okay.
I started off my career as a photographer, and that led me to do art administration at Market Photo Workshop.
Oh, wow.
So from there, I moved on to the Back Factory. I was an arts administrator who focused mainly on the fundraising aspect side of things. And then, God willingly, I got another opportunity to go and live in France on a residency as a curator and a license manager for the gallery that I was working with.
Yes.
And then on my way back home, I found myself to be introduced. Actually, I was poached to come and work for the music
Oh,
school,
I
of which I
see.
did not know about
I
it.
see. I see.
So I was like, "What? There's a music school in
In
Soweto?" They were
Soweto,
like, "Please come. We
yes.
need your assistance with fundraising." So
Yes.
I worked there as a center manager for a year, and then I transitioned to become the center director. That was in 2018.
Yes.
So I'm not a musician. I am an arts administrator,
Okay.
but I work with a group of
A whole
music
lot of music. Ah, I
educators.
see. I
Yeah,
see. I
who
see.
are musicians in their own right.
I see.
So yeah, I'm a bigger scope, or rather, my portfolio at the center. The majority of my task is to fundraise and make sure that the center remains sustainable,
Mm.
and then is to ensure that governance is in place. I do a bit of human resources because I work with about 23 staff members on
Mm.
site. And then, yeah, just to make sure that there's employee wellness, and then the center, uh, I create
Functions.
functions, and
Yeah.
there's this nice atmosphere for the children. So what I love about the center is that it's a safe space for the children of White City and Soweto.
Mm.
Kids get come to the center to learn how to creatively express themselves. And we've got other additional programs that we have on site. We offer pastoral care and psychosocial support. We used
Mm.
to have a gardening project where we taught kids about planting your own food, teaching them about self sustainability. And then from time to time, we do host other visiting musicians who come and do concerts with us,
Yes.
workshops and master classes.
Yes.
So the center was built in 2009 and full operations started in 2011. And yeah, this is our 12th year.
Wow, I'll
Mm.
tell you. Why I find it interesting is that I didn't even know that you guys even delve in the space of teaching these kids about the basics, I guess, of farming and food sustainability and growing your own food and stuff like that. Because why I find it very interesting is that yesterday we were actually in conversation with someone who is so well versed and studied the science of soil, right? Soil conservation and aquaponics, which is a topic that I myself was not aware of. So I find that very interesting, from music to now teaching kids how to plant and grow their own food. That's too crazy for me.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that you mentioned that the center does things like workshops and where you host other musicians and stuff like that. Like I mentioned a second ago or earlier when we started. I don't know if Banana can put it up there, but if 2 years ago you were there, we actually did a concert with Africa Rise at the center. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was very cool. And then the other one was way, 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 way long ago, about 10 to 12 years ago, with the Soweto Theatre arts program, music program that they had there. So we had the concert there. So a very cool center, a very cool center. So
Mm.
not being a musician yourself,
Mm.
but finding yourself working in the space of arts and having spent time in France, like you mentioned, right? How do you put those worlds together, and how do you function, I guess, as a non-artist yourself, but working in such an artistic space and with kids as well? Because what I found is it's very hard impressing kids and getting them to learn these instruments and practice and stuff like that. So how do you function and you navigate that space essentially?
Mm. I think it has everything to do with my upbringing. My late father, was a huge music collector.
Mm.
So I think I grew up with, music always playing in the background. So me navigating that space, moving from the visual arts to music education, with some of the competencies and the capabilities that I have, which is just to fundraise for arts projects, was quite seamless. Obviously, I had to learn a lot about different types of instruments that are being orchestrated in the orchestra, and I had to learn about scales, and I had to,
Yes.
I
The
just went
basics.
in, yeah, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
basics
yeah,
with an
yeah.
open mind,
Yeah.
and just being in the community of artists has always been my thing. So I think I didn't have any challenges per se. And right now, what we are actually thriving and want to see is to have a fully functional center in Soweto, because when I grew up here at Gugasi,
We didn't have that.
no, actually, I did.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
at Mofolo Arts Center, there was a dance program, there was a pottery studio, there was a photography studio when I grew up. And, those kind of things did not need any parents' intervention for
Yes.
us to get registered on those kind of
Yes.
things. Maybe I've always been an explorer. I don't know.
Yes, clearly.
Yeah. So, and what also inspired me to come and give back to the community where I grew up, it was, I often get discouraged when I see such centers such as Mufolo Arts Center going down
Not
over
fully
the past
functioning.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
my mission is to make sure that at least with this center that we have it open to the children of White City and
And
the broader.
follow. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
other surrounding areas, of
Yes,
course.
it must be
Yes.
functional. We must offer quality music education so that the kids, once they grow up, I know that, okay, cool, I've managed to raise about 100 children who are definitely going to contribute to the creative sector. And then once I get to the retirement stage, they're definitely going to be paying taxes. So I'm
Yeah.
going to be getting my.
Yes, your money's worth,
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think one of the most moving things about being at the center is to seeing those kids grow up and the center being able to secure scholarships for them. Some of them have been able to go to the UK. Through our ACO program, who got a scholarship at the Birmingham Conservatoire.
Oh, wow.
Some of our alumni were able to go, rather get accepted in varsity because they had music. So our mission basically is to make sure that each and every learner leaves the center with level 5 or grade 5 to 6 of music theory so that they could be accepted at tertiary level, should they want to pursue music.
Wow.
But then another success story is that music as a way of developing the cognitive side of a child's brain.
Yes.
And it's very
Yes.
much linked to maths.
Yes.
So a child that learns music quite very early is able to grasp whatever academic, education that they're doing in school,
Yes.
and they tend to excel very well. So we're in the process of actually marrying, or rather doing a measurement or a case study of how music
Contributes.
yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. I love that because there's a program called Buzz Kids, and they are edutainment,
Yeah.
and it is ECD, early
Yes,
childhood
development
development,
program. Yeah.
but they do it through the arts.
Yeah.
So it's early childhood development where they infuse music, drama, and dance
Yeah.
to teach all of these cognitive things that you talk about, hand-eye coordination, and all of these things, man. Very, very, very interesting stuff. I don't know, Africa, anything on your side?
You know what? When you talked about your journey basically growing up, especially in Fulo with the whole background of arts, it kind of reminded me of mine.
Yeah.
Because we used to have something similar to that at Bapediwol in Middlelands. So we were taught dancing, contemporary, modern, spojwa, amakwasa.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up doing, and it's very unfortunate that it's not around at this given time. But I also noticed that on your biography that you also have a background in visual arts, music education, photography, community outreach, and social education. So I just wanted to know, how do you basically combine all of those amazing futures towards nurturing the young minds that you cater for at the center?
I think through my photographic skills, when I joined the center, I was able to document the kids, and I'm so blessed that even the type of teachers that we have, they are quite prominent musicians. I mean, I get to work with the likes of Braka Mahlangu, Denzel
Yes.
Whale, Yonela Mnana, Jack Leroy Jr. Daliwonga Changela.
Ah, nice.
So yeah, I think we are in the area where we should be documenting. Now I'm linking my photography and my filming skills, right, with the current important musicians that are actually teaching the young ones. And then with documenting the young ones through film and music and recording, we're just documenting the little ones that are going to be stars tomorrow.
Yes.
So it's quite important that as a center, we become also a center of not only music, but of information, of research, a library, where people in the next coming 10 years, 15 years, they can say, hey, I've met Unjabulo Ngumalo. He used to study at that school. And now he's the most well-known South African bassist. I'm just making an
Yes,
example, right?
absolutely.
And they would
Yes.
know where to go. So for me, I just find it quite easily because music, photography, film, it just works together. It's just that I've been privileged enough to understand the business side of arts. So, and which is very much important because there aren't a lot of people who are quite specialized in fundraising. So, and just to add on that, we also have an outreach program where we work with 4 crèches and 2 primary schools where we
Okay.
offer early childhood development, music tuition. So the little ones from the age of 4 till 6, they sing nursery rhymes. And then by the time they turn 7, they join the center and pick up one instrument,
Oh, wow.
be it a violin or a piano or a djembe or a drum kit that they want to do. And by then, they already have grasped the foundation. Through singing nursery
Yes.
rhymes on what is a semi-brief, what is a
Yes. I love that.
When you say
I
Yeah.
love that.
when you talk
Yeah.
about that, I think I have a friend of mine that has worked with your center, Tiny Midisi.
Okay.
She sings for a group called Abafaz Bengoma.
Okay.
So I've also seen the kind of work that she does with the group, and I think that's with the kids,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to like developing young minds in the world of art, teaching them different things. And I think that is somebody basically that will be a jewel for the school.
Oh yeah.
That's something that I'll connect you with.
All right.
But so far, with all the success that the school has received, what more do you think needs to be done in and around the community so the community sees the greater beneficial side of letting their kids join the center and how much positive impact it'll have in their life?
I think we need more infrastructures like the center. We are currently on full capacity. We can't take most students in because our program is in high demand right now. So the center on its own has problems such as the infrastructure is not enough due to the amount of demand that we have. So for me, I feel quite strongly that as much as the government, the Department of Education is quite investing in other schools. Like we need more infrastructure that are going to, groom children, be it in arts or other certain skills. It's fine, but we need more of such centers. I think only our centers not making enough justice because we can only take a certain number of kids, and then others have to wait on the waiting list for like 2 or 3 years. So,
Wow, do you guys have
yeah.
so much of a backlog
Yeah,
that
we
kids
have-
now have to wait like
Yes,
2 years or 3
we
years?
are in demand.
Look, man,
Yeah.
you spoke about community outreach and stuff like that. How now? Let's say someone is listening and watching, and is a fellow musician like myself, or is someone who is in the art space like yourself, a photographer or a visual artist. I know there are a couple here in Kochabavu, White City, Kamole, combination.
Combination. We've
Yes,
worked with
yes,
combination.
someone like
Yeah.
that. And wants to work with Ulungile, wants to contribute and help out and see how they can lend a helping hand. How do we do that? How do we get involved with the center?
Okay, so the center has an open door policy.
Okay.
Obviously, you can call or you can come and pop in
Yeah.
anytime from Mondays till Saturdays. Saturdays we open earlier, but we close at 3. During the week, we're open from 10 till 5.
Okay.
So we've got a few programs. If you're a musician and you're an artist, you'd like to offer a workshop, we've got a program called Visiting Artist Workshop.
Oh.
Yes. So you can send in your proposal. You can send it at info@mecum.org.za. And then you can propose what kind of workshop that you would like to do. And then we'll tell you the age group of the kids that we have, depending on the workshop and how they could actually comprehend what the program that you'll be delivering, right? And just to get more insight. So yeah, the VAP, visiting artist program,
Yes.
obviously will give you an honorarium fee. The center is a non-profit organization, so rely solely on donations and grants.
No, I see.
Yeah. So yeah, that's for the musicians. And then we are quite open with people that want to participate on our events. We use our events as a fundraising campaigns.
Okay.
So if you want to come and perform, like right now, we've got the Africa Day festival coming up on the 24th of May.
Oh,
So yeah, they will be featuring lots of musicians and DJs such as Nikki B, Castro,
oh,
Shamrock, just to mention a few. It's going to
nice.
be a nice lineup, and all the proceeds that we will raise from the ticket sales will go back to contribute to the program that mainly the kids
Yes,
benefit from. Yeah.
yes.
And then we have a For Good page where now we are expanding and just calling out everyone here in South Africa to come and support us. The For Good page has different types of needs that we have. Just on top of my mind, we just expanded our African ensemble, which is djembe, makoyana, marimba. So we want to expand and have a full orchestra of African ensembles, right?
Oh, wow.
So we've got a call out there. So if you have any other African instrument that you would like to donate,
to contribute.
yes, so
Yes.
please come and support us.
Yes.
Because yeah, we want to have a nice showcase on the 24th of May, and also just moving forward, there's also another annual event that we host in September, which is the
Yes.
Heritage Festival around September. And then yeah, a few other needs as well. We have
The
the
event that you have tomorrow again.
oh yes, and the event that we have tomorrow, that we have a Belgian male choir all the way from Belgium. They're coming. They're going to do choral exchange with our choir, which is
Yes.
being led by Miss Teresa Mbata.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so please, it's a free concert. Just come and enjoy. If you love choir, I think that's the best place
We're
to be
here.
at
We're
tomorrow.
here. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, from 2 p.m. and then I think we should wrap up around 4.
Wow, such amazing stuff! Such amazing stuff. So tomorrow we're looking forward to the Belgium choir.
Yeah.
On the 24th of May, it is Africa Day. Any other events maybe later on in the year that we can look forward to?
Definitely. I think there's around the 24th of September, we've got Heritage in Vuselelo.
Okay.
Heritage Festival. So then on the usually first week of December, we have our grand year-end concert. Yeah.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
So someone wants to reach out to Lungile, wants to work with you
Sure.
as center director. How do you reach you? Is there a WhatsApp number, an email, a website?
Yeah.
On socials as well.
Okay, my email is lungile@mecum.org.za.
Okay.
And then our telephone number, it's 087 131 1358.
One more time, please, for the number.
087 131 1358.
Okay. And socials, is there a way?
Socials, yes, we are available on. We're still setting up our LinkedIn page.
Oh, I
but
see.
we're available on Instagram. We're very much quite active on our socials. Instagram, Facebook. You can just simply Google Morris Isaacson Center for Music, and then we'll come up there.
Very, very, very cool stuff. This is what we do on the Vuga Breakfast Show, bringing you people who are doing such amazing stuff in and around our communities. Lungile Zaphi, the director for Morris Isaacson Center for Music. I promise you, I've been there myself, and it never, ever, ever disappoints. So if you'd like to reach out to her, by all means, she's just shared all her information. Do that. If you're a musician yourself and you want to create a workshop of some sort, or a concert, or anything art related, do reach out to them. Go through to the Center for Music. Like she said, that they have an open door policy.